You got a tight little man pussy on you, don't you? Oh, it stinks. Nice and good.
Ow! You're hurting me!
This little rabbit's hopping down the old bunny trail.
Please let me go, Mr. Bunny.
Looking like a double-wide surprise. God damn.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like some fucking shoehorned in zombies mode in a non-Treyarch game. I don't know, like, nobody was really, like, going, oh my god, bro, the zombies in Advanced Warfare fucking... Like, yeah, nobody expected them to be good, because it's not, like, a Treyarch game, but I don't know.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Go, go, go! Hit the target! Position 2, go! Hit the target! Flashbang through the door! Position 4! Hit the target! Position 5, go! Hit the target! 6, go! Flashbang through the door! Hit the target! Final position, go! Sprint to the finish!
That's a new squadron record, so not bad at all. Climb up the ladder if you want another go. Otherwise, come over to the monitors for a debrief.
Well, hello there, my fellow clout givers. How are you today? Just kidding, I don't care. Because we're going to take a look at a very special video. And it's not just your ordinary video. No, no, no. We're responding to part of someone's little live stream. So, Griffin Gaming did a live stream a few days ago. And, well, let's just say that it's both sad and incredibly fucking hilarious. What you are about to see is Griffin just bullshitting so hard that it makes the one boom look smart. I wish I was joking, because this was honestly just pure unadulterated torture. So, Griffin was responding to Actman's review on Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, I've had my fair share of criticisms with Actman in the past, one of which was very controversial. But when it comes to his review on COD Vanguard, he was 100% spot on. But not according to J. Allen Brack's lap dancer, Griffin. So we're going to go ahead and completely destroy all the points that this desperate motherfucker tries to make. I recommend that you grab something to eat and drink because, oh boy, this is going to be quite a ride. Alright, let's fucking do this.
and it is without a doubt so awesome.
Do we play Call of Duty for immersion? That's kind of an important question, I feel like. I don't know.
Well, when it comes to the campaign, that much is obvious, but if you're referring to the multiplayer and zombies, then no, you're not there to be immersed. You're just in those modes to have fun. And that's not me saying that you can't have fun in the campaign, but my point is that since the campaign is trying to tell a story, in this case, a fictional stance in World War II, then yeah, I'd say that it's at least trying to be immersive, even though this game's campaign is just eh.
The best way I would describe Vanguard is to call it apathy the video game.
Apathy is death. Worse than death.
A distinct lack of effort, creativity, and passion is all you will find in this recycled wasteland. Bare minimum amount of content, a game with no identity.
Oh,
the
boy.
campaign designers phoned it in. The multiplayer team clearly didn't care. And
Yeah, I'm not buying that for a second because the multiplayer for this game literally launched with more content than any other Call of Duty game.
More content than any other Call of Duty game. More content than any other Call of Duty game. More content than any other Call of Duty game. More content than any other Call of Duty game. More content than any other Call of Duty game.
Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna have to dissect that argument, because my god, you can tell that this man does not know what the fuck he's talking about. So, he just said that COD Vanguard's multiplayer launched with the most content out of any COD game. So, let me explain why you're wrong in detail, because for some reason you refuse to talk in details about how Vanguard has a lot of content. So let me do that. Remember map voting, a feature that several COD games had? That's gone. One of the most important features in any COD game? Completely scrapped. Why is that, Griffin? How does this game have more content when every single kill streak, every single perk, and every single attachment is the exact same as Modern Warfare 2019? This game has no innovation besides a couple of features that do little to nothing. It's just Modern Warfare 2019 but worse in almost every single capacity. And that's just the multiplayer. The zombies mode? Oh my, there's a shit ton. Some of which Actman will mention later in this video, which we will get to. But to say that Vanguard has the most content in COD history is just a blatant fucking lie. Like, I dare you to give me that supposedly huge list of features that seemingly exist in COD Vanguard that hasn't already been seen in a COD game. What about modes? These are the modes of Vanguard's multiplayer. 8 modes at launch. Free-for-all, Team Deathmatch, Domination, Kill Confirmed, Patrol, Hardpoint, and Search and Destroy. All of those are pretty basic, but much older games had more variety for these modes. Vanguard's list of multiplayer modes is a massive downgrade. There's not even a fucking capture the flag mode in Vanguard. Black Ops 2 had multi-team where you fight more than one faction. Does Vanguard have this? Nope. COD Ghosts had Blitz. Does Vanguard have Blitz? Nope. What about Demolition, Headquarters, Search and Rescue, and even fucking Ground War? You know Ground War, right? One of the most innovative modes ever put into COD, where it essentially has become a Battlefield-esque kind of mode? Riddle me this. If Vanguard supposedly has so much content, like you say, in COD history, then why is there so much missing? That's only the multiplayer I've talked about, but soon we're gonna go into what zombies has been missing, and it's a doozy.
And on top of that, you had 3 different variations of every single game mode, every single map, with the different, like, assault, tactical, and blitz kind of pacings, which completely changed up the experience entirely. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree to disagree on that one.
Well, yeah, the combat pacings in Vanguard are a very neat idea, but they have some problems. Like I said, map voting is non-existent, and depending on what combat pacing you choose, I'm pretty sure it eliminates some of the maps on the map pool, so essentially, you're just never going to see specific maps. And I know that the amount of maps is quite big, but what's the point in having so many maps if, one, you don't have the ability to vote for which map, and also the combat pacings limit what maps you choose? That makes no sense.
And the zombies? What a joke. From the moment the game boots up.
Yeah, I don't know about zombies, and I don't touch zombies, so sure, I'll take his word for it.
Just keep that in mind for when Actman starts talking about zombies.
Your nostrils are assaulted with the stench of unoriginality. There it is, stuck next to 2 other games so utterly alike that Vanguard might as well just be an expansion. This game is undeniable proof that Call of Duty needs to stop releasing every year. Hell, it needed to stop doing that 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
10? Yo, is he using... Bro. Is he using... Hold up, this is Modern Warfare 3 footage? Oh, no, bro, no. You don't want to use this as proof that Call of Duty should not be releasing annually, because literally the next year, after MW3, came Black Ops 2. Which I think most people would agree that Black Ops 2 should have fucking come out, right?
Well, yeah, no shit that Black Ops 2 came out after Modern Warfare 3, because they're made by 2 different developers. Modern Warfare 3 being made by Infinity Ward, and Black Ops 2 being made by Treyarch. I fail to see how this goes against Actman's point here, and on top of that, one of the main reasons why COD has been getting annual releases for so long until now is because of how stale these games are. Literally, Modern Warfare 3 is just a copy-paste of Modern Warfare 2. All that really changed was the campaign, the maps, and the Spec Ops mode, and that's pretty much it. Gameplay-wise, it's pretty much the same, whereas Black Ops 2 had a far more structured development plan. A big issue that Modern Warfare 3 suffered was a massive time crunch. Games like Black Ops 2 are just another example of COD being innovative, and then there were other games that were just more or less the same. It wasn't until Modern Warfare 2019 where things started to change, and the game was becoming much more innovative. But then, once again, they went back to being stale when they made Cold War and Vanguard. It's just the same shit, different disc. So even though you are correct that Black Ops 2 came after Modern Warfare 3, there's several reasons on why that is, and it's not just because CODs are set as annual releases. There's much more to it than that.
Yeah, nah. I don't think many people are going to agree with that one.
Yeah, not many people are going to agree with that one, yet Griffin's chat is going nuts over him pretty much just fanboying over the game, and it's also the fact that Actman's video on Vanguard literally has a giant positive ratio, so yeah, not many people are going to agree with that one, my ass.
Now technically this was the best-selling game of 2021, which has me screaming into my pillow every night.
Kiss my ass!
But when you look at what most fans and people are saying about Vanguard,
Most fans? Okay. I don't know who Nano is. Blame Truth is not a Call of Duty fan. He literally makes money by shitting on the game. Some Ordinary Gamers, I don't think he is a Call of Duty fan. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that, but yeah.
I love how you try to point out how these people aren't fans of Call of Duty when Axeman literally said fans and people. So he didn't just exclusively say fans. Maybe don't jump the gun on that one. Also, the reason why Some Ordinary Gamers was included is most likely because Modern Warfare 2019 is one of his most favorite Call of Duty games based on his own video about COD Vanguard.
See, Modern Warfare 2019 is a game that I absolutely love. I know that the entire community apparently hates it or something, is from what I guess, but Modern Warfare 2019 was where it was. New engine, Call of Duty actually looked like a game released that year. The reload animations are still worth simping over. I love the fact that they didn't start pimping out a season pass for everyone to split the entire community into, and I genuinely enjoyed the gameplay. The campaign was fun. The special ops felt like your average Korean MMO where you just lose no matter what, I guess unless you put money into it. And then the multiplayer was actually a pretty good component. Gunfight is still really fun. Now, I realized, man, they must have really set the bar high. You know, somebody at Infinity Ward decided they actually wanted to make a game that year, and then they did.
look at what most fans and people are saying about Vanguard. At best, it's indifferent, and at worst, it's this video. People don't seem all that interested in this year's COD, and maybe
I don't know, this is my most played COD in like, what, almost 10 years? So, I'm just gonna have to agree to disagree on that shit.
He wasn't referring to you specifically. He was referring to the vast majority of people. It's fine if you like it personally, but you have to acknowledge other people's experiences with the game. The vast majority of players do not like Vanguard at all. Stop acting like you're the superior one all because you enjoy something that many others don't.
I tried to play it without even making a review, which is why it's taking so long. You know, the only way I was going to stay sane is by roasting it to the point of absurdity and pointing out what little the game does well. Alrighty then, let's wait in line at Disneyland, watch grass grow, and fall asleep straight into this. You know what's great? Charity. You know what's better? Getting an X-Man plushie. Ew, Charity. I took it to 10. This man is a super Halo fanboy. Vanguard has significantly more content, but then he still says, still holding out hope for 3 to 4 month old Halo Infinite. My patience is not more.
That's the thing, bro. It's like Vanguard has had really good content updates. Like, they've added about 6 new maps to the game since launch, when it already launched with 20 maps. Like, that's pretty fucking good for new content. Especially for free. Like, not even in map packs or anything. So Vanguard has 100% gotten way better support than like 99% of multiplayer shooters after launch. For free, also, keep in mind.
So the only thing you brought up on why Vanguard has so much content is because of how many maps there are, pretty much disregarding missing modes, missing features, missing map voting, and all that jazz. Also, that super chat saying that Actman is a Halo fanboy, I can tell you right now, while Actman does like Halo, he isn't a fanboy. He's had his fair share of criticisms towards Halo 4, 5, and Infinite. And besides, is it wrong for Actman to have high expectations for a game like Halo Infinite?
the first thing you'll notice when a sequel fails to impress is that you immediately want to play an older title in the same series or
That was actually the complete opposite of what I wanted to do.
something else entirely. With a good game, this is one of the last things a player will feel. After 2 matches of Vanguard multiplayer, I did the same thing I did after COD World War II came out. Went straight back to World at War, actually had a good time with the homies. So let's start with the worst part of Vanguard and work our way up. That's right, it's time to
COD World at War is like unfucking playable, bro. I highly doubt he went back to play COD World at War regularly. Zero fucking chance, bro. That game is like literally a hacker hellhole. And it was back in like 2011. So if you're playing World at War in 2017, I'm gonna have to press X to down on that shit.
He said that he played World at War with the homies, which implies that he played with friends and not online matches where there are supposedly hackers. At least that's what I'm pretty sure he's saying. Also, from what I've heard, the hackers are mainly on the PC version of World at War, and the console versions are perfectly fine, so there's that.
Playing Ghosts. I'd rather be playing Extinction.
Am I a Vanguard simp? No, I just like the game.
Look into my eyes. That wasn't a joke. If I ever compare a new Call of Duty to Ghosts, and Ghosts comes out on top in some way...
Ghost was actually pretty good.
Now, I'll be honest, I agree with Griffin. I thought Ghost was a good game despite how shitty the campaign ended. However, that's again very subjective to state because not everybody liked Ghost. Sure, you can apply that same logic to the more beloved COD titles like Modern Warfare 2, but if that were the case, then you should probably give valid reasons on why. But, I agree with Griffin here. I enjoyed Ghosts.
Once they added new maps to the game was actually really fucking fire. Aura Storm with the 5, he gets so much wrong in this review. Says Zombies only has one map and no ray gun when it has 2 and the ray guns are in there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know much about Zombies, but I already have a feeling that we're going to have some issues with the multiplayer portion, because somebody told me earlier, he said that the multiplayer portion of this game had 0 content, which is absolutely fucking laughable.
You gotta love how Griffin just mindlessly agrees with that super chat. Vanguard did not have 2 zombie maps or the ray gun at launch. It wasn't until Season 2 that they added 1 zombie map and the ray gun. And judging by how Actman took this long to put a review out there, the review was probably being made before the ray gun and new zombies map came out. Like, how does Activision fuck this up so badly? Every Call of Duty game that had a zombies mode had the ray gun at launch, but not Vanguard. In fact, wonder weapons in Vanguard are just non-existent now except for the ray gun that they added in Season 2. Like, this is so stupid. How about you do your research before agreeing with someone? Also, 2 zombie maps is nothing when games like Black Ops 1 launched with so many more maps for that mode. Having only 2 maps for zombies is actually extremely repetitive.
Way, you done fucked it up. I'd take Exo Zombies COD World War II. I'd even hop on a match of Transit before I'd touch this abomination ever again. And it's not just me. The entire Zombies community has banded together on this.
I don't think in my whole 10 years, 11 years of witnessing Call of Duty Zombies games release, I haven't seen anything as negative as this ever.
COD Vanguard came out. Call of Duty Vanguard came out. I did not buy it. I am not interested. I am so mentally checked out of Call of Duty in the year 2021. I want to make it abundantly clear that I am done with new Call of Duty games coming.
Who the fuck is this and why do I care?
Because Tim Hansen is a big YouTuber that likes COD games and focuses a lot on the zombies mode. Don't act like you're the superior one just because you don't know the guy. I don't think you deserve to comment on him if you yourself do not play the zombies mode. He probably has some very valid reasons to not even touch Vanguard.
I'm mediocre with the 5. I mean, half these creators are washed, so the way they stay relevant at this point is going from shill to hater, yet still make COD content. Yeah, I mean, you know, negativity sells, so you can't really knock the hustle, to be honest.
I love how that super chat just assumes that most of these content creators are focused on shilling for COD and hating on Vanguard. That should tell you that they just like to jump the gun on things like this. The only 2 content creators shown in those clips that are mainly focused on Call of Duty are Tim Hansen and The Smith Plays. YouTubers like Bricky and Syndicate aren't even primarily COD creators. Syndicate makes a lot of COD content, but that's not the only thing he does. So don't jump the gun and assume that all these creators shown are only in it for COD. And about them still making COD content, it's usually the older games, especially with YouTubers like Tim Hansen. It's probably because the older games are far superior than Vanguard, and that Vanguard is missing a lot of things that made these games good, especially zombies.
Plate, and we're the dog that eats it. Just think about that. 2008, Call of Duty makes its first attempt at a horde survival type mode, and that first iteration has more going for it than the 11th. I mean, I guess that's what you'd expect from Sledgehammer, right? This is the Act Man here. What's that? I'm getting intel. Wait, Treyarch made this? You're...
I actually don't believe that Treyarch made it. I think they just slapped the fucking logo on there to act like they did.
You did not just say that. He really does not know how marketing works. If that were true, that would be considered false advertising. However, this is not the case, because this tells me that you don't know, Griffin, that Treyarch developed the Zombies mode in Vanguard, not Sledgehammer. Like, holy shit, do your fucking research, because now you look like a giant dumbass. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's literally confirmed to be a prologue of the Dark Ether storyline in Black Ops Cold War.
Vanguard Zombies on paper is a checklist of everything good, everything you love about zombies. Except it's all crossed out. That's another piece of content removed from Republic control. Are you ready for this? Okay. There are no Easter eggs in Vanguard.
What?
No hidden
Oh my god.
songs you can trigger.
Oh my god.
There is not one single boss.
So? Bro, nobody complained in fucking World at War or Ascension like, oh my god, there's not a fucking boss. When the fuck did they add bosses to zombies? But like, I remember they added that like John Romero motherfucker in that one map, what was it, like Call of the Dead or whatever for Black Ops 1, but bosses and zombies? That shows you how long it's been since I've fucking played zombies.
Yeah, they didn't complain about World at War having no bosses, because technically World at War had a boss. The Hellhounds. Remember those fuckers? That's technically a boss. So, nice job making a shitty argument that immediately falls apart. The funniest part is that the Hellhounds have been present in a bunch of other zombie modes. Even in Black Ops Cold War, you had the Plague Hounds, which are basically Hellhounds, but a different element. Technically, the Hellhounds are considered the very first boss, but if you're talking in terms of like bullet sponges and not something like the Hellhounds, then there's always Brutus from Black Ops 2. If that's the kind of boss we're going for, then Black Ops 2 is when they started adding bosses. But my question is, why is Vanguard having no bosses a non-issue exactly? Does the game not deserve to be challenging in any way? Oh wait, I forgot. Griffin just wants it to be a mindless shooter.
Only 3 enemy types.
You ready for another one?
One map. One. And it's stick.
Yeah, somebody who said there's 2.
They added a second zombies map in Season 2. At launch, there was only 1. Nice job not doing research there.
Together with parts of the multiplayer and Shinonuma from World at War. They couldn't even create their own original map. Vanguard Zombies does not even have a freaking wonder weapon. The original Toten had the ray gun, and pretty much every Zombies map has had the ray gun since, except this one.
Yeah, which somebody just said it does have the ray gun, so yeah.
Once again, the ray gun was not in the game at launch. They added back in the ray gun in Season 2. And besides, what about all the other wonder weapons? Currently, Vanguard has only 2 wonder weapons, which is fucking baffling. That is nowhere near compared to all the other weapons featured in previous titles. Remember the Thunder Gun from Black Ops 1? The VR-11? The Winter's Howl? What happened to him? What about the Wunderwaffe and Monkey Bomb from World at War? I mean, this is a World War II game after all, so it's even more baffling that these 2 weapons in particular are never shown. The Golden Spork, Griffin. Please tell me that in your time of playing zombies back then, that you used this weapon right here. And this was in Black Ops 2. Vanguard Season 2 only gave you 2 wonder weapons, while the older games had so much more. The Time Bomb, the 1-inch punch, the Apothecon sword, Spider Bait, Dragon Strike, even the fucking Cerberus from Cold War would have been nice to see. And Cold War fucking sucked. How do you not realize just how much of a downgrade this is? Oh yeah, that's right, because you don't play zombies anymore, so you have no right to comment on any of this whatsoever.
But wait, there's more! If you order Vanguard right now, we'll also take out round-based maps in progression. There's no rounds, just 4 different objectives put on repeat until you get bored and shoot yourself. Not a single new perk has been added. Did I also mention there's only 5 and you can get them for free? What the fuck is this? Remember how you get a special cool camo for pack-a-punching a weapon in every other game? That's gone, scrapped, dead, and we'll patch it in later. You ready for this one? There are no wall buys. every gun you get is from the mystery box or picked up at complete random?
Why?
No claymore?
I don't really care about that, to be honest. That actually sounds better.
Right, because you don't want to think strategically whatsoever. Instead of this game's zombies mode having wall buys, which gives you a sense of challenge and also a greater incentive to save up money so that you can make yourself stronger, instead what they do is give you class loadouts so that you can just be powerful right off the bat. That just tells me that you're projecting about how shitty you were at old school zombies, because there's no way that you would think removing wall buys is a good idea unless if you just flat out sucked dick at old school COD zombies.
There's Bowie knife, grenades, can't buy shit off the walls when you're in a pinch. The specialist abilities are pathetic. What's that? There's also no doors to open, no map progression whatsoever, or strategic pathways to open? You mean there's nothing to actually learn about the map? No sense of economy or point rationing? But wait.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like some fucking shoehorned in zombies mode, the non-Treyarch game.
Yeah, and that's why it sucks.
I don't know, like, nobody was really, like, going, oh my god, bro, the zombies in Advanced Warfare fucking like, yeah, nobody expected them to be good, because it's not, like, a Treyarch game, but I don't know.
That's not why Exo Zombies was bad. Do you understand why people criticize Exo Zombies in the first place? Do you even know the history of COD Zombies and why sometimes it just doesn't work? Granted, Exo Zombies was a pretty cool concept and it had some very neat ideas, but the execution was pretty awful. Aside from the fact that the Zombies mode in Advanced Warfare is DLC, which is already a red flag because that's never been the case with previous zombie modes, the exosuit advanced movement is never complemented by the map design. The enemy balance is extremely wonky. There's that one stupid fucking gimmick where your exosuit just becomes completely unusable. The special zombies spawn way too frequently. In fact, I think the special zombies have the same kind of spawn rate as the regular ones. And there's just a bunch more issues that I could go over, but it would kind of be a waste of time considering that this dumb fuck has not even touched zombies in years, so I'm not even gonna bother.
It somehow gets worse. There is nothing to interact with. Not a single thing on the map you can interact with to set it apart.
I don't know, man. I'm just not a zombies player, so I really don't give a fuck about zombies at all.
So why are you commenting on it anyways? Why would you comment on why people supposedly hated Exo Zombies in Advanced Warfare if you aren't a zombies player? That's like criticizing someone for explaining why they hated the Spec Ops minigames in Modern Warfare 2, but you never even touched them. So now I'm gonna have to ask you to
keep that same energy.
Like every other Call of Duty game could come out and never have like a zombies mode. I would not give a shit. Just being honest.
Well, Griffin, since you mentioned that, there is a Call of Duty game out there that you might really appreciate then. It has no zombies mode, it has way more modes in the multiplayer, it has the gameplay of COD Vanguard, but it's executed so much better. And, to top it all off, you have incredibly memorable characters and a somewhat more enjoyable campaign. You want a COD game that has no zombies mode but pretty much has the same flair as Vanguard? Boom, there it is. Play that game. I can guarantee you that you'll have a great time with this game instead.
No traps or springboards, flying elevators, low gravity environment.
Yeah, they say Treyarch made it, but I have a feeling they just like slapped the logo on for like marketing. That would be more of my personal take on that.
Once again, that is not true. Treyarch is the developer behind COD Vanguard Zombies mode in cooperation with Sledgehammer. So your personal take on that is just incredibly fucking stupid.
I don't think Treyarch actually made this.
No, they did, and one Google search will prove it.
So Harley Quinn with the 5, personally, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops Cold War are my favorite zombies. It's all good, man. Black Ops 1's my personal favorite.
I find it ironic that your favorite zombies mode is from Black Ops 1, yet you are shrugging off the flaws that Actman is criticizing Vanguard for based on that game's zombies mode. The wall buys, the wonder weapons, the interactable environments, the Easter eggs, all of those were present in Black Ops 1. That's your favorite zombies, right? So how come all of these said features being missing at launch are not a problem? Details, man. They are important.
Environments, hidden areas. Don't gotta worry about turning the power on cause there is none. No walls to board up, no building shields, collecting items.
Did anyone actually ever board up windows? Because I'm never fucking once did that shit.
Yes, everyone did that. Literally everyone. You want to know why boarding up windows is important? Because boarding up windows gives you points. Boarding up windows delays the zombies from attacking you. and it's a good spot to use for killing them, especially in early game. These games actually have an incentivization on why you should board up windows, especially the fact that doing that gives you points. And guess what those points are useful for? You guessed it, motherfucker! Buying things. Things like guns from the wall buys, perks, unlocking things, the mystery boxes. That's why boarding up windows is important. You combine that with killing zombies, I can guarantee you that you will get rich off of points. I'll give you an example, Griffin. You like Black Ops 1, right? Well, did you know that the map Kino der Toten has a few choke points on it? What if I were to tell you that if you did not board up the windows in this map, you would basically be punished for it? That gives you a reason to board them up, because if you don't do that, shit's gonna get super fucked and you're going to fucking die. That is how important boarding up windows is. World at War even teaches you this through one of its maps. It's like a tutorial, but you don't even know that it is one until you start playing it and understanding how the mechanics work. Cause yeah, boarding up windows is really fucking important. What happens if you're at a window and there's no boards? The zombies will hit you through the window. That's another reason why boarding them up is important. See, this is just further proof that you have no right to comment on Actman's criticisms towards Vanguard Zombies mode. You literally said it yourself a few times over that you don't touch zombies, so why the fuck are you questioning about a mechanic in Zombies mode when you yourself have not touched zombies in a long time? I'm gonna have to once again ask you to
keep that same energy.
There is nothing to do.
You think this is funny?
In a cosmic sort of way, yes.
Well, Mr. Funny Man, is this how you get your sick kicks?
What? It's just an ordinary crabby... Oh my goodness!
Modern gaming has gotten so far out of control that Treyarch has to patch in wonder weapons, pack-a-punch camos, and a fucking pause feature into a zombies mode. Woohoo!
You could pause zombies?
when you play solo. That's what Actman's talking about. I fucking swear, you just do not know anything about zombies at this point. Please, for the love of God, do some research before responding to Actman's points.
Wait, hold... Bro, I'm pretty sure you could never pause zombies. Didn't you have to leave the fucking crawler? So if one of the homies had to go take a shit real quick, you had to, like, walk around the map with a little fucking crawler chasing you?
Solo, Griffin. Solo. You can pause zombies in solo. Oh my fucking god, this fucking stream.
Dude, don't you love live service games? Fuck, dude, it's pathetic. This is laughable. You can actually get kicked from a solo match for being inactive. And you can't pause the game? Are you kidding me? How did...
When the fuck did you pause zombies, bro? What the fuck? Yo. In sync? Bro, who the fuck is playing solo zombies? That sounds so fucking sad.
Maybe, but let me tell you right now, Vanguard Zombies is so easy that people probably played it solo just to prove a point. Maybe that's why Actman played solo. Just a thought there.
They fucked this up so bad! On their website it says Vanguard Zombies offers deep replayability.
My ass!
The biggest problem with zombies, there's nothing to do. It's painfully boring. There's no reason to replay it, no reason to grind. Hell, they didn't even...
Dude, playing zombies solo is like one of the most depressing things I could ever fucking think of, to be honest. That shit sounds miserable.
I mean, personally, the only reason why I'd play zombies solo is if my friends weren't available at the time, and then I'm just like, fuck it, let's do a solo run. And honestly, playing solo is not that bad. It's a good way to grind for things by yourself, especially when you get to fully understand the maps and the mechanics of the game.
Martha has been with the Vive. Unless Zombies comes with a guaranteed blowjob from Olivia Munn, I couldn't give two shits about zombies in a COD game. Yeah, I've never been a big Zombies fan. Like, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 Spec Ops is 100% much better third mode content. Hands down.
Then go play Modern Warfare 2019. It's just COD Vanguard, but better. It's got your precious Spec Ops mode in there.
Come up with unique weapon skin unlocks for playing zombies. They literally just reskinned the ones from multiplayer. I mean, how fucking lazy can you get?
Apathy is death.
Rather than starting a match with zombies pouring through and a scaling difficulty, you instead choose a portal to go through. Wait for your team to approve it, wait for the teleporting animation to finish, get to the next area, wait for zombies to spawn, kill them while completing one of 4 basic objectives, wait to get sent back to the hub area, buy your shit, pick another portal, wait for your team to approve it. God damn it! Just vote for this one. Fuck, now we have to wait longer. Am I playing Elevator Simulator? Waiting for something to do is half of the game.
Yeah, Griffin plays multiplayer by himself? Well, yeah, multiplayer is non-stop action. Zombies, there's a ton of downtime. Like when you're running across the map and shit, like pack-a-punching, buying perks. You know, there's a lot of downtime in zombies compared to multiplayer.
Excuse me, what?
I cannot comprehend this logic. There's no fucking way that you played Black Ops 1 Zombies and experienced so much downtime. Do you know how fast rounds go by in Black Ops 1? You get like a 10-second break and that's it. The next round just comes plummeting in. The fact that you came up with the concept of zombies having downtime from a fucking 10-second break between rounds is such a retarded claim. Like, holy shit, you're fucking stupid. Even your own chat members are realizing just how fucking dumb you are. You know, you'd make a really good friend with Quantum TV, because half of the time, that guy does not know what the fuck he's talking about. Kinda like you, so maybe go talk to him. I'm sure you two will get along just fine.
But for World at War and Black Ops 1, which were the only two like games I actually played zombies on, that was like part of the fun, is like the communication in between rounds and everything.
Right, because 10 seconds between rounds equals downtime. What a stupid fucking claim to make.
You know, in a good zombies mode, the player is encouraged to seek out supplies, you know what I mean? Like, these pauses in the Horde's attacks give you opportunities to repair walls, call an elevator, activate Pack-a-Punch, run to the other side of the map to grab a perk or weapon you need, hunt down the mystery box, set up a trap, look for shield parts, activate Easter eggs, pick up some gobblegums. Especially in newer games, you're like always running around doing something. Treyarch, man, you guys were doing alright. With Cold War.
You blew it! You had it all and you blew it!
Again, I don't think Treyarch actually made the zombies mode. I think they just slapped their fucking logo on it and called it a day for marketing purposes.
This will be the last time I mention it. Treyarch made the zombies mode. If they took that route that you are hypothesizing over, that would be considered false advertising, but this is not the case.
Let's see. Zero but the zombies felt like World War II zombies in my opinion. Crap. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I just don't really buy the fact that Treyarch actually made this game mode. I think it's just marketing.
I don't think From Software developed Elden Ring. I think they just slapped the logo on there for marketing, and Bandai Namco are the real developers. See why this point of yours is stupid?
It's like, dude, you could be standing 5 feet away from them, and they don't even notice you. Boy, I'm really on the edge of my seat right now. Difficulty.
Oh, you guys were in the actual development studio where you saw Treyarch's entire zombies team come over to Sledgehammer and make the game mode? Okay. Yeah. Sorry, man. Forgive me. I'll concede to your expert opinion.
Were you in the board meeting for when Treyarch hypothetically decided to slap their logo on the zombies mode rather than actually help Sledgehammer develop it? I mean, dude, two can play at that game, the only difference being that I actually have done some research unlike your sorry ass. Look at you getting so triggered over people correcting you in the chat. That is so fucking pathetic, it's actually hilarious to watch. What happened to taking some L's like a man, Griffin? Own up to it when you make a mistake, you fuck.
The only slice of challenge offered is perhaps the stupidest enemy type ever implemented in zombies.
You can see the same assets in Cold War and Vanguard. Yeah, same with Modern Warfare. They use the exact same fucking game engine.
And that's the fucking problem. Vanguard is Modern Warfare 2019, but worse. That is exactly Actman's point. But you shrugged off that claim with, oh yeah, trust me bro, this game has more content than any other COD game in history. Like, shut the fuck up, you're actually brain dead. How does Vanguard have more content than any other COD game in history if it uses the exact same engine as Modern Warfare 2019, and yet somehow it's missing so many features?
Yeah, Call of Duty tends to use the same assets over and fucking over again. Have you noticed the World at War was like literally a fucking reskin of COD 4? Have we noticed that Black Ops 1 was like literally a fucking reskin of Modern Warfare 2? Have we noticed that Black Ops 2 literally looked the exact fucking same as Modern Warfare 3?
You said Black Ops 2 looks the exact same as Modern Warfare 3? Where the fuck did you get that from? No, it doesn't. Do they use the same engine? I don't know. But the thing about Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3 is that they are designed completely different from each other. And it's also the fact that Black Ops 2 has a completely different setting compared to Modern Warfare 3. The multiplayer in both games are also completely different. Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer is a lot more chaotic, while Black Ops 2 is incredibly balanced. So I don't know where the fuck you're getting the idea on how Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2 are one and the same. That's just fucking retarded.
It's not really a new thing for Call of Duty to reuse assets and, you know, kind of take from what the previous games did.
While that may be true, let's go back to that same example we just covered, Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2. Now, you are correct that most CODs will use the same assets, most likely to save up money and time, but here's the thing about Black Ops 2. It had a far more structured development plan, and they actually tried innovating. For starters, they took Black Ops 1's zombie mode and just added more features into it, like new wonder weapons, new zombies, and even bosses were added. On top of that, they made the multiplayer balanced rather than going down the route of Modern Warfare 3 where it's just so chaotic and unbalanced. Both games have completely different kill streaks and it's a bit more fast paced than Modern Warfare 3, so like that just makes me question even more on how you think Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2 are one and the same. Like, what the fuck?
The oversights in design are so basic, I'm surprised Treyarch even managed to include a scoreboard.
How do I know they didn't? Because it seems so different compared to every other Treyarch Zombies game from their mainline series. So like compared to every single Black Ops Zombies, this game mode that's in Vanguard looks entirely different.
That's right, everyone. If Treyarch dares to make something completely different in COD, it's not made by Treyarch. Fucking really? That's your reasoning? You fucking idiot. You're telling me that Treyarch are not allowed to actually innovate and make something different? Oh my god, you're actually mentally deficient. I cannot believe people like this exist where they think a company did not make a specific game just because it's different from another. Like, this is fucking golden.
So, if judging from what Treyarch does in their own games for zombies, wouldn't it be more similar to that versus something completely fucking random? That's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Is it just seems completely different from what a typical like Treyarch Zombies game mode was looked like. So that's why I'm just kind of like going with the fact that they probably just slapped the fucking Treyarch logo on the box and said, "Ooh, Zombies by Treyarch."
Oh yeah, dude. I don't think Infinity Ward made Modern Warfare 2019. I think they just slapped their logo on there for marketing, even though Infinity Ward literally made the previous Modern Warfare games. See my point here? This reason behind why you don't think Treyarch made the Zombies mode is fucking stupid.
20 points per kill, 30 per headshot, but they kept the same prices for the mystery box at $950? Why does Pack-a-Punch cost $7,500? Oh, I know why.
Dude, you can look at the fucking credits of the Lord of the Rings movies and they list the entire fucking fan club. Doesn't mean they made the movies.
That is such an incredibly retarded argument. Dude's basically comparing a fucking fan club to the developers of the Zombies mode. Sure, the fan clubs didn't make the movies, but you know who did? The director, the actors and actresses, the producers, the art directors, the costume designers, and a bunch of other shit. Those people made the movies. Now, let's take that example and apply it to COD Vanguard. Believe it or not, in the credits of COD Vanguard, guess who's in it? Treyarch. And also Infinity Ward. But to be honest, the credits are kind of lazy, despite how long it is, because it doesn't tell you exactly what all these people did. So I had to do more digging. And in Treyarch's own website, they literally say that they're the ones that developed it. So, nice job there. I can't really show you more evident proof that Treyarch made it besides their own website where they say that they developed it, so yeah.
Because the game wants to force players into completing objectives. Treyarch wants you to play in an extremely specific way and no other way. Like, there's no reason to try and save up points for Pack-a-Punch because the mystery box can give you a triple packed weapon for free.
Bro, how much fucking time of this video was spent on zombies? Holy shit.
Quite a lot of time, and Actman has reasons for it. All of his critiques are completely fair, and right now he's complaining about how Pack-a-Punch works in it and how overly expensive it is despite the fact that you can get that perk from a gun in the mystery box. Why is Pack-a-Punch so expensive but you have a chance to get it from a gun in the mystery box? That's really poor game design, so yeah, no shit that Actman is taking a lot of time critiquing zombies.
Oh my god. Dude, How long? All right. So 6 minutes of this video is actually about the fucking multiplayer, which is the main focus of this game. Holy shit, dude.
I mean, zombies is also considered a pretty main focus in Call of Duty because of how awesome it was back then. Now you go into newer games like Vanguard, and the zombies in that game just has a massive downgrade to the point that it's ridiculous. Makes them really want to, you know, go back and play older titles where they actually did the zombie modes right. Kind of like Black Ops 1, which, like you said, is your favorite zombies mode. Is he really complaining about how long this video is? This video's length is nothing compared to what you responded to before.
What?
Like, bro, this dude is acting like zombies is the only reason to buy a Call of Duty game.
Based on what exactly? The fact that he's covering zombies first and how long it takes for him to cover it? That's not really a good reason. I mean, sure, he really likes zombies, but he's not really implying that zombies is the sole reason of why people play Call of Duty. I also love how you claim that 6 minutes of his video is on the multiplayer, but you missed out on the other part of his video, which is right after zombies. That is also about the multiplayer. So, nice job making yourself look like an even bigger idiot.
Duran Fang, a Frankenstein monster stitched together from previous assets found in a 13-year-old...
Yeah, maybe we will just skip the fucking zombies part. I really don't give a shit.
And yet you chose to commentate over most of Actman's points, despite the fact that you don't care. Kinda seems like you do, seeing how you complain about nearly every point he makes about your favorite game.
Unfortunately, Vanguard is little more than a reskin of a reskinned Call of Duty.
So? It's COD. It's what COD's always been.
Yeah, but why not just make it stand out? It's not really that hard to do. Black Ops 2 stands out because even though your dumbass thinks that it looks the same as Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2 had more innovation. It was developed completely different compared to Modern Warfare 3. The point that Actman is making here is that if you really want Vanguard to stand out, make sure you actually innovate and make some changes. And while they did do that, it was executed pretty awfully. Like I mentioned earlier, the combat pacings are a very cool idea, but they have some problems, and I'm pretty sure that they eliminate maps from the map pool based on what combat pacing you choose. Like, bro, quit shrugging off all his points, stop fanboying over COD Vanguard, and actually take into consideration on how the game has flaws, because while every game is flawed, Vanguard is especially flawed in so many aspects. Just own up to it, you fuck.
This is the most generic World War II game you have ever played.
What? What? No, it's not. This game doesn't even feel like a World War II game. How the fuck can you call it a generic World War II game when most of the guns don't even look like they're from fucking World War II?
Because Vanguard was promoted as a fictional stance in World War II. That's what Actman's referring to. I also love how you just started getting very salty over Actman saying that Vanguard is generic. You're all just like, what? No, it's not, Actard. It's the best game ever, and it doesn't even feel like World War II. Like, just how pathetic can you get? Oh, wait, I know the answer to that one. It gets even worse. So much worse.
You know, but there is content for their inclusion in the multiplayer. The problem with Vanguard is they throw in a bunch of characters you've never seen or heard before. The ones from the campaign aren't that great, and you just...
Because most people don't fucking play the campaign, bro.
Correction. You don't play the campaign. A lot of other people do, especially when it comes to the older games. It's just really sad to see how these games' campaigns are degrading so much. Like, I can appreciate Modern Warfare 2019's campaign because it definitely had its moments, but it's nowhere near the level of quality as something like the campaign in Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 1. These games' campaigns are very beloved, so to say that nobody plays them is just a downright lie. It's you that doesn't play the campaign. Stop having this little god complex of yours. Just because you don't play the campaign, that doesn't mean nobody else does either, okay? That's just flat out wrong.
Sit there looking at the others like, well, who the fuck is that?
Nobody cares, because almost no one plays the fucking campaign.
That's not even a campaign character, Griffin. This character is specifically multiplayer. Good to know that your attention span is non-existent.
Oh, watch a generic 1-minute scene to establish everything about them and their personality.
I would say 90% of people skip those cutscenes.
Honestly, I wouldn't blame them for skipping those cutscenes based on how bad the campaign is, so I'll give them that one. But then again, it's not because people don't play the campaign, it's because of how bad the campaign is. It's just a flat out lie to say that nobody plays the campaign, because they very much do.
Call of Duty's art style has been obliterated by its uninspired design, and
Generic World War II shooter, by the way.
It's the multiplayer, Griffin. Of course a multiplayer like this one is going to have a silly looking weapon, and that is a skin of an STG-44, which is a weapon that was used in World War II, so technically it is a World War II shooter.
And Zier with the 2, what's your favorite COD campaign? I want to say... This is going to be tough. I would say probably Modern Warfare 3 overall.
Whoa, 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 Griffin. I thought you said nobody plays the campaign. Now you're telling me that you have favorite campaigns?
Keep that same energy.
Heroes that have nowhere near the personality of those in Overwatch. Cosmetic bundles from anime shows in a World War II game.
But it's a generic World War II shooter, right?
Okay, so this is something that I will criticize Actman for, because at the end of the day, this is a multiplayer game, and the multiplayer in Call of Duty is an entirely separate world from the campaign, so I don't give a shit if a game like COD Vanguard has silly cosmetics despite the timeline it's supposed to take place in, so we'll be skipping the parts where Actman criticizes the cosmetics and shit.
They did... Bro, this game is not just world... Like, oh my god. Nothing about this game screams generic World War II. Sorry. Like, this is completely fucking different than World War II. It looks nothing like World War II. If they did not plaster World War II on the fucking marketing material for this game, you would have no fucking idea when it was actually set.
Well, this is a certified DSP moment. It looks nothing like World War II. Well, look at the campaign. I know you're only going by the multiplayer since you love that so much, but I don't give a shit. If this game looks nothing like World War II, then why do we fight people that look like Nazis? And why are a bunch of guns we use mainly weapons used in World War II? Why are we trying to stop a potential Reich from being created? Yeah, it looks nothing like World War II, my ass.
You know, in a good game like Battlefield 1, the cosmetics all felt...
Ooh, a good game like Battlefield 1? Yeah, I'm not going to agree with that one.
You know, as much as I don't really like Battlefield 1, I have to give it to the Actman here, because not only would I rather play that game instead of Vanguard 100%, but he does make a good point on how Battlefield 1 does things so much better than Vanguard does, so yeah.
Because if they weren't, it would just mess with the art style and look and feel of the game. You didn't have some flaming helmet guy running around because the focus was on immersion and atmosphere. You weren't playing...
Call of Duty has never been about immersion and atmosphere.
Again, the campaign exists, which is arguably a lot more immersive than the multiplayer, so technically they do go to COD for immersion, just not the multiplayer, because at the end of the day, it's a multiplayer. Doesn't go any deeper than that. Like, I can understand people's points on why a COD multiplayer should be immersive. Like, someone gave me an example on how it can be in my comments section responding to the One Boom, is due to what specific faction you play as in the older games where they would have a specific announcer in that game. Honestly, it's not a bad point, because this is something that Vanguard is missing. It's not a specific faction you play as, it's just my team and enemy team, and that's it. So I can understand where people are coming from when they want to be immersed in a multiplayer game like COD. I'm just there to play the multiplayer, so yeah.
Cool, unique intro that...
Bro, I'm sorry if Battlefield 1 is your favorite game of all time. That's kind of sad. Battlefield 4 is so much better.
Okay, I agree that Battlefield 4 is better, but that's very subjective. Whatever game you may enjoy, another may find boring. Don't just shove your opinion down our throats like an egotistical fuck. That's actually very pathetic of you. Also, saying that people are sad if they like Battlefield 1 is very ironic, because you literally admitted that COD Vanguard is your most played COD game, so I can apply that logic right back at you.
Part of what made Call of Duty cool was the different factions, even if it had no effect on gameplay. It was flair, it was context, right? You're playing as the Navy SEALs, or the OP4, or maybe the Rangers, you know? Like...
I'm just gonna say, man, I never gave a single fuck of who I got to play as, name-wise, in any of the Call of Duty games, unless I was like playing as the motherfuckers that would like scream like, what the fuck was like Rocco Deep or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't really care either. That's not to say that it's not a flaw in the game, it's just that I personally don't care. It's fine if you want that kind of feature in a COD game. I'm just not going to act like my opinion is better. And I actually back up on why I have that opinion in my One Boom video.
Team deathmatch. Subdue all threats. Use all your senses. Sight, sound, touch, smell, and gun.
Oh my god, that was...
I mean, he's literally complaining that they didn't go the generic World War II route after saying it's a generic World War II shooter. Like, having it be like the British versus the fucking Nazis or the Japanese versus the Americans would literally be a cookie-cutter World War II shooter.
No, he's saying that it should be a World War II shooter, but it's lacking a bunch of things that would make it more believable. That's not Axeman agreeing with you, that's him criticizing the fact that it doesn't feel like a World War II shooter, even though it was promoted as one.
Do not pray for easy lives, my friends. Pray to be stronger men.
But older CODs always seem to have a respect for that history and understand it. Plus, the weapon designs weren't so outlandish that the guns became unrecognizable, even with attachments.
Yeah, in Modern Warfare, but Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 4...
Griffin, he's talking about COD games that have historical elements into them. So to add games like Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops 4, and other games like that is a false equivalency, because games like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1 are a fictional stance in a time period. The ones you are mentioning are just purely fictional in their own timeline. Man, you really suck at making comparisons, don't ya?
Vanguard's base weapon models look amazing. So sleek, shiny, highly detailed, might be the best looking World War II guns I've ever seen. Until you start putting stuff on them.
Who fucking care? Oh my god.
Oh my god, guys. In real life, you wouldn't be able to put that level of zoom scope on a Tommy machine gun. It would affect the accuracy so badly that you wouldn't really be able to...
like, shut the fuck... Dude, this type of shit is beyond fucking corny. It's a video game. No one fucking cares if they didn't have a drum mag in World War II for a fucking pistol. If you want realism, go play some fucking War Simulator and nerd the fuck out. No one cares about that shit in Call of Duty.
Look how triggered he's getting. This is actually sad, bro. And his own chat is going against him. Oh my god, that's so funny. So to say that COD has never cared about its gun design is just a flat out lie. They clearly did in the older games, like Actman said earlier. Now, cosmetics are one thing, I don't give a shit about those. But the guns? Even I have to admit, the customization is bizarre. Why in the absolute fuck would you have a drum mag on an M1 Garand? That's so fucking cursed. Oh boy, let's continue real quick, because shit gets super funny after this.
Alright, we'll pause there. There's just going to be a lot of pained wincing going on.
Yeah, dude, it's going to physically pain me to see a gun with a scope that didn't exist yet.
Like, shut the this is the corniest motherfucker on planet Earth, bro. Touch some fucking grass, you absolute loser.
Please, touch some grass.
You know what, guys? I gotta give it to Griffin here. He somehow has reached peak levels of Reddit energy in such short time, all because of a real-life gun expert. I mean, dude, you just really love to see it. This dude went from man-child to man-infant.
I think in this review, wow, where to start. So this is clearly somewhere in a past life a Browning BAR M1918A2. You can tell
what are
from
they gonna do
magazine
to it?
guides, even if all the other features have been altered by some sadistic maniac. The Egyptian / East German / Polish-esque AK wire folding buttstock makes me cry a little inside. God, I think this is a Garand. What have they done to you? I can hear John Cancius Garand revolving in his grave.
Reddit chuckles r/weaponry. Holy fuck, dude. This is such a neckbeard fedora tip moment.
That is such an ironic thing coming from you, seeing how you love focusing on console wars, which is like the epitome of Reddit moments. I mean, bro, you might just be projecting here. In all seriousness though, I can't believe Griffin is unironically getting super triggered over a literal gun expert criticizing Vanguard's gun attachments. You're really gonna call the guy a Redditor for wanting historically accurate guns when Vanguard was literally promoted as a World War II shooter? This is such a fucking wow moment. Like, oh my god, guys! Look at this fucking idiot try to criticize my Vanguard. This guy hates the M1 Garand with a drum mag, bros. I'm coping and seething over this gun expert wanting actual guns in my precious COD game. It's so retarded. This stream is the epitome of wham moment. That's exactly what this part is. It's Griffin having a giant wham moment. You just really love to see it. A guy in his mid-20s having a temper tantrum over people wanting accurate guns in a World War II shooter video game that was indeed promoted as a World War II shooter. You just really, really love to see it.
Yeah, what is with these sites, dude? Tell me. Someone tell me what these sites are all about. I need answers.
What are they about? They're red dot sites, bro. They've been in almost every single Call of Duty game to ever exist.
Not in World at War. You want to know why? Because unlike Vanguard, World at War did weapon customization right. You say that every single COD game had red dot sights, but that's literally not true. You could say that the Aperture sight is supposed to be a red dot sight, sure, but at least it blends in historically speaking, and at least the guns in World at War wouldn't become clusterfucks when giving them attachments.
Grandpa, I think you're full of shit, dude. Why the fuck didn't you mention Viktor Reznov planting the Soviet flag on top of the Nazi Capitol building, you fucking lying piece of shit?
Like, what the fuck? Bro! Oh my god. Oh. Jesus Christ, bro. This is sad.
You know what, I agree, Griffin. Watching you have a mental breakdown over Actman's video is sad, and it's also such a joy to watch. I can see the salt coming out of my computer screen as I'm making this video.
It's fucking COD, dude. It's literally Call of Duty.
That's not an argument. COD actually had some decent gun attachments back then until Vanguard. You can't just excuse that by saying it's Call of Duty, because at the end of the day, this game was promoted as a World War II shooter. So why does all this crap exist?
Having red dot sights. Excuse me?
And pause again there because we have one of the...
Grandpa, what the fuck do you mean that you didn't have 25 magazines of fully loaded ammunition on you, and when you walked over a dead body, 16 more appeared in your fucking backpack? You're full of shit.
I love how Griffin said earlier that this is such a Reddit moment, but as of right now, he's having this temper tantrum that only a Redditor would have. Like, this is a huge cope if I've ever seen one.
Oh my god. Dude, it's fucking COD.
Again, that's not an argument. Your argument would be valid if previous games like World at War or Modern Warfare did the exact same thing as Vanguard, but they didn't do that, so your argument is pure bullshit.
I'm not sure what it looks like. It's tiny. I mean, we can barely make optical sights as with a field of...
Bruh, lost all respect for you. That's okay, man. I don't really care.
I don't believe you, Griffin. For the past 40 minutes of this stream of yours, you have been doing nothing but seething over Actman's criticisms, and now in this portion of the stream, you're having a mental breakdown over people wanting accuracy in their World War II game. But hey, what do I know, right? It's just COD. Fucking stupid.
Identity and style. Let's check the gameplay. There is a certain amount of fun you can get playing Vanguard if you're new to the franchise and have nothing better to play.
Griffin, present an actual argument. Okay, here's my actual argument. You're a fucking mouth-breathing retard if you're looking to a Call of Duty game to be an accurate representation of World War II. Or any video game for that matter. There you go.
God damn, he's just going all out now. He's just not happy. Once again, this game was promoted as a World War II shooter. If you're gonna promote a game like that, then you shouldn't fuck up the weapons this badly. Hell, just do what World at War did. That would have been fine. It even had its own red dot sight that blends in historically speaking. Why didn't they just do that? That would have been so much better than what Vanguard did. Also, not to mention the fact that World at War actually portrayed World War II extremely well. And it was actually accurate in some ways. Why can't Vanguard do that? Fucking Black Ops Cold War did this as well. Stuff like this is what makes COD games believable. Why can't Vanguard do this?
At its core, the gameplay is, it's playable. There's some crazy movement. It's a lot more fast-paced than Modern Warfare and Cold War. But the thing that killed this game for me in less than 2 days is the complete lack of any innovation. I made this video on Halo 5 like 5 years ago, and it should not be relevant. Why is there this stunning lack of variety at release every...
What? A stunning lack of variety. So, how many game modes does Vanguard have? Like, 8? 9? I don't fucking know. But let's just go with 8. That means there are 24 variants of the game modes in Vanguard on day 1. With 2 times the normal amount of launch maps. The fuck do you mean there's not variety in this game? You literally can play every single map on 8 different game modes. And then each of those 8 different game modes can be played in 3 different pacing modes. That's like, what type of variety are you looking for at that point?
Again, the combat pacings are cool, but they limit what map you can play on. And again, map voting does not exist, so your argument is flawed. And 8 modes is nothing compared to the older games. What happened to game modes like Demolition, Headquarters, Search and Rescue, Blitz, Gun Game, Ground War, fucking Capture the Flag, or even Infected? I'll take Infected. The older games had much more variety in terms of modes. Actman is not referring to the combat pacings. He wants more modes. That's why this game has less variety. Also, I'm pretty sure all the combat pacings do is increase the number of players. I'd hardly consider that, quote-unquote, more variety. Especially if the combat pacings limit what maps you can play on based on which combat pacing you choose. Good to know you love leaving out important details like that.
Bro, I don't even care about that. It's COD. Like, if you're looking for a Call of Duty game to be realistic or a representation of history, you're probably one of the motherfuckers that falls into the boat of thinking that Assassin's Creed is historically accurate.
Why is this a criticism? Games like Black Ops 1 and World at War did it perfectly. Why can't Vanguard do it? Why is it so hard to blend in perfectly with historical events these days? Saying that it's just COD doesn't mean anything if past games have done this better than Vanguard did.
Soy Boy with the 2 realism in video games doesn't work? Yeah, it's terrible. Who the fuck wants to get shot once in a game and die? Sounds awful.
That is inherently subjective. It's fine if you don't like those kinds of games, but there are people out there that genuinely enjoy games like that. Games like Arma 3, Insurgency, Escape from Tarkov, and any other game out there that has some sort of realism to it. So yeah, saying that kind of game is awful is very subjective, because there are people that enjoy those kinds of games. Once again, you're shoving your opinions down people's throats.
You just want to play to have fun. And people playing Call of Duty are not looking for realism or a historically accurate setting. They're just looking to have some fucking fun with that shit.
I would agree with you if it weren't for the fact that COD games like Black Ops 1, World at War, and World War II exist, because they're obviously trying to go for some sort of blend in towards history.
Like Domination. I've played Domination, dog. I've played it in every single Call of Duty ever made. Give me a new fun mode or something.
You added some weird Battle Royale replacement that you specifically neuter because you don't want it competing with Warzone. You added this pacing thing, which simply means you can play the same maps and modes with different amounts of players. Hardly a revolution.
You see that? That's fantastic. This is how you know that Axeman very well knows what he's doing. Griffin has stated numerous times that he thinks this game has more content simply for the fact that you can play different maps and different modes with pacings. But when Actman comments on it by addressing what exactly the combat pacings do, Griffin makes no comment about that. This is how you can tell that Griffin has absolutely no argument against it. Because, let's face it, this motherfucker is in denial that there are better COD games out there, and he's just shrugging off actual criticisms towards the game. Learn how to take criticism, Griffin.
Get this. The biggest and pretty much only new addition to Vanguard's multiplayer is King of the Hill, but the hill moves constantly. That's it. That's all you have. That's all you can do. Patrol. Even if you don't want to branch out and try new modes, fine. But at least throw in as many old modes as you can. What about tanks or capture the flag? Demolition? Cranked? You know, call...
I stand by my stance that I said in Halo Infinite. Capture the flag should never be in another video game from here on out.
That's right, everyone. Griffin said capture the flag should not exist, so it should not exist. After all, it's his opinion that matters most, not everyone else's. Honestly, I feel like he's projecting from how bad he is at capture the flag. Otherwise, I don't think he would have made this terrible non-argument.
Like, I played the war mode probably more than all of Vanguard's multiplayer. Why? Because it was different. Because even if it was just a shameless ripoff of Opera...
Yeah, but most people don't play COD multiplayer for something different. They play to hop on like Domination, Team Deathmatch, and Search and Destroy. That's the reason why those are like always the most popular game modes.
Once again, that's inherently subjective. You don't know for certain that that's the case because people can play whatever modes are available, even that god-awful patrol mode.
HC Street, name one game that can pull up Capture the Flag. Please, let me know.
Team Fortress 2, Unreal Tournament, Titanfall 2, Star Wars Battlefront, even the older Halo games. I think we got our answers now. But with that aside, I don't see what the problem is with adding modes like Capture the Flag or whatever. It's fine if you don't like the mode, just don't play it if you don't like CTF. You can't just claim that CTF is always terrible and not expect people to disagree with you. Saying that CTF is terrible is, again, very subjective, but you're acting like CTF is objectively bad. Hence, why you ask one of your chat members what games pull it off perfectly.
Be able to redeem it. I will say, with 100% honesty, I think Vanguard's maps are pretty good, individually. When looking at them all together, they're not, it's not a unique package, but...
So all of them are good, but together they're... What? What? Alright, so how the fuck can you say, like, they have good game or like good maps overall in this game? And then say, but then when you look at them all together, they're not? Excuse me?
That's not what he said. He said that when combined all together, they don't feel unique. He's basically saying that the maps feel the same. Nice job misinterpreting his point.
Has become a thoughtless run-and-gun arcade game.
What? Yo, Call of Duty has always been a run-and-gun arcade game. The fuck?
1 minute later.
You find yourself not thinking at all about how to engage the enemy.
That is not true at all.
So Call of Duty used to be tactical. Got it.
All the weapons feel like laser beams, LMGs handle like assault rifles. They severely misuse maps like Dome, which is meant for free-for-all and not 12v12.
And that's why it's fucking awesome. Did Modern Warfare 2019 misuse Shipment when they put like fucking 20 people on it and let everybody go crazy? No, it's chaos. It's fun.
I love how you use the worst example of a map in Modern Warfare 2019 to prove your point. Shipment is awful, and I'll explain why. Shipment is literally just spawn camp, the game. That's it. It is such a spawn camping mess, just like it is in Vanguard. That doesn't sound like fun at all. On Shipment, everyone just spams shotgun and LMG. And because of that, what would happen is if that was what your enemies were doing, you would barely move out of your spot and die. Isn't that the kind of same thing you complained about with games that have realism in it? You just spawn and die? Imagine if you played Modern Warfare 2019 for the first time, and the first map you play on is Shipment. I can guarantee you that you would quit the match not even halfway through it. Now, while most of the maps in Modern Warfare 2019 do have some issues, like certain spots in the map not having enough cover, they allow combat to flow properly, they allow varied but proper engagements, and they have more verticality and are harder to use for spawn traps. Maps like Gunrunner, Kill House, and Hackney Yard are great examples of this. The maps in Modern Warfare 2019 are actually really good maps despite their issues. Shipment, on the other hand, is a fucking failed abortion. Who enjoys getting spawn camped the entire match? It's not even chaotic at that point. It's just downright unfair. So, good to know that you decided to use the worst map in Modern Warfare 2019 as an example to justify your point. You are one dumb motherfucker.
And one of the reasons I've been turned off from grinding COD multiplayer is the skill gap. Now before the Pick 10 system, every Call of Duty lets you have only one attachment, 2 if you got bling. So if a player using 2 attachments goes up against a player that has 0, the differences aren't so extreme. They're just big enough to make the player using the attachments feel more powerful and for the other player to want to grind for them. Enter Vanguard, where we run out of ideas and screw it, and give every gun 10 attachments because what the fuck is weapon balance anymore?
The most fun Call of Duty games did not have good balancing.
This will be the last time I say it. That is inherently subjective. Sure, you can consider unbalanced COD games fun, but others may find it boring and repetitive, and most of those kinds of players hopped on Black Ops 2, because that game is incredibly balanced in the multiplayer, along with those features missing in COD Vanguard zombies literally being present in that game's zombies mode.
Black Ops 2 had amazing balancing? Did we play the same fucking game? Dude, Black Ops 2 literally every single other week had the most overpowered gun in the game, constantly switching. Not to mention the aim assist on snipers was fucking busted.
Bullshit. That's literally just you projecting a huge skill issue. Black Ops 2 has one of the most balanced multiplayers based on guns. Now, kill streaks, yeah, those are a little bit overpowered, and there is also an issue with a bunch of lag here and there, but you know, I don't think it's a balancing problem that Black Ops 2 has. It's just got a few technical flaws here and there, like the game lacking a lot. But the guns, perks, and equipment, it's fine. I never had a problem with Black Ops 2's weapon balancing. The only problem I ever faced was lag. Just a bunch of lag. It sucks, but doesn't make the game unbalanced.
His argument is old thing good, new thing bad. It's not even that. I think it's just he's almost looking for a reason to not like it.
Right, because a bunch of missing features for both the zombies and multiplayer, lack of innovation, the attachments being fucking stupid, and the combat pacings limiting what map you can play on, combined with the fact you cannot choose the map with map voting, is just Actman desperately looking for something to complain about. That just implies that you think all of these are non-issues, which is just flat out wrong. Holy shit, you are one desperate motherfucker.
I think what happened is he played like maybe 5-6 hours of this game and just decided, you know what, time to make a video.
Ah yes, 6 hours of COD Vanguard is all you need to discover the many flaws of this game in the campaign, multiplayers, and zombies. God, this response is so fucking bad.
Because there's a lot of stuff like that's just like, what in the fuck are you talking about?
What a truly wonderful lack of self-awareness you have, Griffin. It's pretty blatant from this whole response to the Actman that you have no idea what you're talking about as well. You tried claiming that combat pacings gives way more variety, but never acknowledged the fact that all it does is increase the amount of players, and combine that with the fact that the combat pacings limit what maps you play on, as well as map voting not being an option. You numerously made a claim that Treyarch did not create Vanguard zombie mode, despite the fact that it's been confirmed that Treyarch did indeed make it. You criticized Actman for criticizing the zombies mode in Vanguard, despite the fact you haven't touched zombies since Black Ops 1. You claimed that nobody plays COD for the campaign while simultaneously having a favorite COD campaign, and you had a complete meltdown over an actual gun expert criticizing Vanguard's gun attachments, claiming that he himself is a Redditor just because he's doing his job over a video game. But I can tell you right now, Griffin, if there's one thing that the gun expert has that you don't, it's an actual fucking job.
You need the carrot on the stick to keep chasing because Call of Duty's core design is based around addiction, not enjoyment. At last, we arrive at the campaign, and I have so little energy remaining at this point, but let's give it a shot. The premise was interesting. You're part of a group of Spec Ops soldiers trying to accept...
Yeah, honestly, I don't even give a fuck about the campaign, so I'm just gonna skip that.
Oh my god, we're finally done with this fucking video. I cannot believe that I took my precious time trying to respond to this fucking atrocity of a response. I thought Under the Mayo was bad, but holy fuck. Griffin just multiplied the pain by 100. This video was just hell. It's hell on top of hell on top of hell. I'm actually suffering from brain rot because of the very fact that I took so much of my time responding to this shit. God damn. I think I actually have a headache. Alright, well, I guess that's it. That was the most painful response I've ever had to sit through. I hope you guys are happy, so hope you like this video. Be sure to subscribe because I need clout. God, why did I end up doing this?
Have I seen Griffin Gaming's live response to my COD Vanguard review? I mean, I watched a little bit of it, and I got to the part where he said Call of Duty Ghosts was actually fire, and I laughed for about 3 minutes straight, and then realized I'm wasting my time watching this. Like, I've never met someone who thought Ghosts was fire and was also defending Call of Duty Vanguard. Like, that's a very bizarre combination. I thought Ghosts was fire and Call of Duty Vanguard is like so good. What are you talking about?